You are watching the GameThreads.com Clan Invitational, cast by myself, Total Biscuit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SHOUTcraft right here. Satiini in the dirty blue trunks, over to the western hand side of the map. Yes, it's western hand. It's some kind of octopus, a space StarCraft octopus. It has a western hand, a limb, a tentacle, and he is playing Terran for Team Virus versus his opponent SelecT in the red trunks, playing for Team Dignitas. He is also playing Terran. They spawn at these locations right here. If it was a Zerg player, wouldn't really care so much, but there you go, straight around here. Positioning-wise, bah. Interesting. Reasonable. It's Terran versus Terran. What are you going to say in that regard? Now, again, a recap of the last game. A proxy barracks for SelecT allowed him to apply a lot of marine pressure, backed up by a few SCVs. Not exactly what I would call an all-in strategy, but pretty damn close enough. Satiini unable to repulse it thanks to the questionable decision of building a Reaper early on. Reaper was taken apart, ran straight into the Marines. Ended up being able to at least take part in the fight, but nothing actually happened there. Brought out a siege tank, repaired the crap out of it, but his economy was so badly battered by that point there was really nothing he could do. There you go. Matching barracks. Red barracks and a dirty blue barracks. Which would you prefer? I'll tell you for a fact, the dirty blue barracks is on sale right now, 50% off. The colour is simply not in this season. Never been one for fashion, though. I'm sure Satiini isn't either. There you go, identical placement. Learning, folks. If you're trying to learn Terran, this would be a good way to do it. Learn those openers. See what exactly is happening right there. You will note important things, like the fact that the barracks goes down on 12 supply, after the supply depot, of course. Pretty much times it perfectly. Refinery tends to go on 14 supply, and at 16 supply, usually what you'll see is orbital command. There you go, orbital command on both sides at 16 supply. Why? It's just cause. That is what people figured out was the optimum way to do it, so that is how it's done. Crossing over. Neither found each other as of yet. I wonder if we're going to see a little bit more traditional play here from SelecT. Is a possibility, certainly. Tech Lab going straight down. We're going to get Reaper once again. Could be. SelecT has a look around. Again, this is not the best map for the proxy play. You want to know why? Because you don't know where your opponent is. I'm going to build the proxy barracks to the wrong side of the map. Don't laugh, I've done it before. It's pretty bad. SelecT with the factory this time around, so not going to bother with that. Again, not a great map for the proxy play. Could float the factory over there to have a look-see. We will see. Factory coming up there as well for Satiini. Double gas for SelecT. Double gas for Satiini. Tanks, always a possibility in that situation. We'll find out shortly. What is that Reaper going to do? Built a single Reaper. Already now moved straight off of that add-on. Going to swap the factory over to it, I would think. Go straight into siege tanks. That sounds sensible. Reaper's just going to hang around and do nothing by the looks of it. Now, there you go. Can he get a little bit of harassment out? SelecT already aware of the possibility of a Reaper. Guarding deliberately against it. So he's got a little bit of visibility in there. Oh, God, Reaper, why? Again, I don't know what Satiini's doing there. Or maybe he just really hates having gas. It's a possibility. A lot of people don't like having gas. I'm not talking about that kind of gas. There you go. Pretty damn standard opening for a Terran player. Straight into a starport right there. SelecT doing exactly the same thing. Hellion pumping that one out. It's like, well, why are you building a Hellion? Well, because if he's going to do a swap over right here, then he doesn't actually need the tech lab yet. Might as well build a Hellion before that comes out. Give yourself a little bit of mobility, a little bit of map control, harassment potential. SelecT with a stim pack. Opponent, instead going for siege tech. Turtling up just a little bit. So if I were maybe SelecT, I'd be thinking about an expansion once I've scouted that. Viking on the way up for Satiini as well. He'll be able to have a look and see what's going on over there. Medevac's coming up. No swap around, so no Banshee play from SelecT yet. Right now, just a nice little mixed force. Hellion available. Could be seeing a little bit of Hellion dropping, considering we've got 2 Hellions out there. I believe, if I remember correctly, you can fit 4 of those sodding things in there. There you go. There's a nice mix for you. Immediate drop play. 6 Marines. Plus a Hellion to back it up. What's on the ground to repulse that? A few Marines. Oh, God. Viking out of nowhere. Misses it. Vitally important there. Misses it. Gonna drop down there, maybe, but there you go. Supply depot is going to be taken out right here for free. No problems whatsoever. A little bit of free money goes in there. Siege tank takes him out nicely, though. Siege tanks are deployed. He's not going to be able to do too much more other than snipe that off. He's going to get wailed on right here. And those guys are dead. Pretty simple. He knows that. He can't pick them up. They're injured. They're going to die. No question about that. So he took a supply depot for the cost of a Hellion and a bunch of Marines. Not convinced. Oh, God. There you go. Are you going to get it? No, he's not going to go for it. Or maybe he will. Satiini just not even bothering with it. So he SelecT with a good play there, able to save that medivac. Now we see the Banshees. But again, there's a Viking in the air. There's a Viking on your lawn. And it could end up destroying SelecT's Banshee. In fact, it's extremely likely right now. No Banshee Cloak, of course, very pricey to go this early on in the game. And against Terran, fairly useless. Oh, okay, you have Banshee Cloak. Right, well, I've got Scan, GG. No problem at all. SelecT, however, is containing Satiini, although Satiini will not be contained. Yes, power overwhelming right there. Takes the Hellion out, no problem at all. Single Banshee up in the air, which is going to do nothing against those Force of Marines. Raven on the way out for SelecT as well. Tasty. It's nice to see some Ravens causing a few problems. SelecT with a drop of Marines. He's going to be able to take anything out of it. No, Satiini's already pulled all the way back. Still, SelecT is managing to keep his opponent on the defensive, and as I said before, Command Center was likely. That's exactly what's happened. Double bunker there as well to secure it. Banshee around the side right there. Big firepower coming in from the Viking. Gonna lose that. Ah, pricey. Pricey. SelecT's throwing money away right here to make sure that his opponent stays in his base. However, he's lost quite a lot of units, but not a huge amount, and he does have a very significant resource advantage. At least he will soon enough. His economy's going to keep rolling. Satiini, on the other hand, rolling forward. Vikings for spotters, very handy. Bunch of Marines as well. Now, that's going to prove problematic for SelecT, because he doesn't really have any units. He's got 3 Marines and a Raven. I wouldn't expect too much coming out from that Raven. You never know, though. You never know. An auto turret might make all the difference. It won't make all the difference. That bunker line is going to be taken apart very rapidly. Especially with the Vikings able to scout it. Siege tank deployment is going to take that apart. No problem at all. There's the transfer down there. What is SelecT doing to counteract that? Reactors on the way up. Marines on the way up. Hellions on the way up from that factory by the looks of it. Tries to repair those bunkers, but there's no way. There is no way. Sacrificing SCVs left, right, and center just to try and keep them up a little bit longer. Delaying his opponent. What's he got coming out? He's got a Viking coming out. Bunch of Marines. Marines aren't going to do jack against that, though. Too many siege tanks deployed for Marines to actually be effective. Certainly at running the front line. He needs something else. He doesn't have a medivac to drop anything in the middle there. And besides, it will be taken apart before it got anywhere near. Problematic right there. Point defense drone up. That will at least help against the Vikings, but that's all it'll really help against. Oh, God. Slight problem with the placement right there. Satiini able to exploit that, gun it down, no problem at all. SelecT building mass Marine. He needs to kill the Viking spotter. If he's able to kill the Viking spotter, then he stands a chance of defending this. But right now, it's not looking all that like... There you go, he's got another Viking of his own rope right there. But he sacrificed so many Marines to try and break that line. 2 siege tanks continue to be deployed. Oh, he's going to lose the Raven! Ah! Good game. There you go. Wasn't able to contain his opponent. Siege tanks rolled out. Nothing, absolutely nothing SelecT was able to do about that. And 1 apiece in this best of 3 series, folks.